Sometimes you don't know your destiny until it smacks you right in the face.
We'll try to save as many as we can, but it likely won't be everyone.
We've got only one shot at this. Then we better make it a good one.
Oh, I told you not to pull the lever so hard.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Leroy, get back.
Now everybody get out of here.
Where the hell am I? Damn. Not you again. Mr. Dwarf, fire!
Come to the dark side, you are.
Save me! Abu! Scabby, better buckle up.
It's working!
Hit it! Damn it, Jim. I told you not to mess with the space-time continuum.
Destiny Wars. Meet your destiny on New Year's Eve. Jellyback.com. And now with your Banger Network Climate Change Weather Report, here's Nerd Eye.
Well, after this Thanksgiving, it's been a little chilly. And now we're seeing a little bit of rain come down, which makes it really feel cold in the bones, you know? So I don't want to stay out here way too long. All I know is winter is coming, and that means cold weather ahead. This is Nerd I'm a Geek with your Banger Network Climate Change Weather Report.
And now over to Shady with your Banger Network Traffic Report.
Well, it's pretty quiet this morning. If you don't count all the crazy people out shopping for Christmas presents. Now all the streets are clogged up, filled with people. You might as well not go near a mall if you just want to go out for a leisurely drive, because you ain't going to be able to go anywhere because you ain't going to be driving. You're going to be in the street feeling like you're in the parking lot because there are too many people on the damn road. So I say, sit back and listen to the John Lebang Show. It's way better than going out and dealing with all that crap. Now back to the hillbilly.
In local news, Downriver residents are complaining that people are opening the gates of their backyard, letting their dogs out, and finding them on the street, either, roaming around, peeing on other people's property, or by the unlucky chance of getting hit by a car. Residents of the neighborhoods are really upset at this and want to know who the heck is doing this. And all I can say is, you're a dummy for doing it, because people love those animals, and that would be just like sending a kid out. And why would you do that, you dumb idiot? You can listen to the Banger Network Weather, Traffic, and News at the top of every hour. Now on to John.
The John Lebang Show has been known to make people laugh, sing, think, scream, throw things in rage, and generally lose their minds. Listener discretion is advised.
Scheduled programming to bring you a show on the edge, broadcasting worldwide and out to the greater universe. You're listening to the John Lebang Show.
Greetings, Earthlings, and alert the media. The banger is on the microphone. The often imitated but never duplicated hour of sonic vibrations is headed your way. Better get ready, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of cool random things to talk about tonight. I guess. We're just kind of taking it easy, actually, after the big holiday. I build this whole thing up, and really, it's kind of a mellow show, I guess, we're going to have here. I don't know what we're going to have here. I'm doing this one off the cuff. I didn't spend a lot of time prepping for this show because, well, we had the holiday, Thanksgiving, and I had like a 2-day coma from the turkey. And I just woke up from the coma. My head's all foggy, a little tired here. I'm having to stretch my eyes. And you people watching on YouTube right now, you're seeing we're having the tester. We're testing the lighting in the studio here, and we're also testing the TV screens behind us. And so you're getting to see some cool effects going on. You people on the radio, well, you can't see that right now. You're listening. You'll have to imagine it, and that's okay. We like it when you imagine. That's why we do the radio dramas, which we've got one coming up called Destiny Wars at the end of the December here, at the end of the year. Normally we do a big year-end special here on the John Lebang Show on the YouTube channel, and this year we decided to forego that, and we decided to bring in one massive, awesome radio drama because we know you enjoy these radio dramas. We've been getting requests to play them this Christmas, so we're going to be playing them this Christmas. And so we're going to have all through December, we're going to have a lot of Christmas specials and other specials going on. So that's a lot of fun things for you to be checking out here on the John Lebang Show. You know, speaking of, the coma. I don't know about you guys, but I ate like a pig. My mom did a fabulous job. She had like 9,000. I told you last week she had 9,000 dishes, and this week she just outdid herself. We had every little thing. I forgot what she called this stuff. It was really good. I think I'm going to put it in sandwiches and make like these cool little sandwiches. It had like apples and nuts and stuff in it, and I think putting chicken or turkey in there mix it up with, that's a good Waldorf, something like that. I think a Waldorf salad, but I think that would be good inside a sandwich personally with some meat and like little chicken slices or whatever, and I might do that in the future. Now I'm getting off on food. See, I think it's going to be a random show probably this whole weekend. All 2 hours of the broadcast is going to be mostly random stuff that just hit me and I want to talk about, because we're kind of winding down after everything that's gone on this whole year, and the holidays are fast approaching, and we're a little bit in chill out mode. We're not in mail it in mode, because there's never a mail it in mode here on the John Lebang Show, but we're more relaxed here. We've it was a very successful year, and we want to we just feel good that the year's almost done. We can just chill out. All that hard work paid off. It all paid off. So we're just going to, just relax as we're heading into the new year. Speaking of the new year, or coming up, a new year for me is coming up, or a birthday on December 17th. And we'll be doing a broadcast on our home station, which will be to some people's chagrin, a John Lebang roast. That's right, folks. We're going to have a John Lebang roast. And, well, if you want to send in your little roasting of John Lebang, feel free to make a little audio or video recording and then send it to me on either my Facebook page or to my email address, which is jlebang@live.com, and we'll play it on the radio. I know Shady was wanting to roast me, and a few other people here are going to get in on the roast as well, so it should be a good time. So if you want to join in on the roast and you want to get yourself aired on the radio, because and maybe even on YouTube, because the best ones are probably going to make it up to YouTube, then please feel free to send me the audio file, or like an MP3 would be the best, or if you're going to send me a video file, make like a YouTube video of it. And if you don't want to put it out to the world, that's fine. Actually, I would like you to save it, so just keep it on unlisted until after the roast. Then you can post it public. That's cool with me. I'm all cool with that. And I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. I'm all for it. I don't mind being roasted. I roast people all year long, and I think this is your chance to get back at me. So maybe Hillary Clinton, if you're out there and you want to get in on the roast, because I know I roasted you like a pig on a spit, right? I just burn your ass good. So feel free to send me a roast. I'll be more than willing to play it on the radio here for you. Same with anybody else who wants to join in. I think it'll be a great time. So with that being said, I am, before that, the week prior to that, I'm going to be on the Alien X Radiothon Christmas Radiothon there. That's December 10th and 11th. I'll be handling from midnight on the 11th all the way to 8 a.m., which is the second year I've done this 8-hour stint. They pushed me back a few hours, which kind of sucks. I like the 10 o'clock hour. I could get rolling. I was more awake. I'll have to figure out how to get myself going, because I tell you, by 6 o'clock in the morning when the show was winding down, I was tired as heck. I'm telling you that right now. So this year I got to go to 8, but Shady has agreed to come in. Stone Logic, I think, is going to be there, and Wilbert. He's actually going to be gone because he's got some things to do. But we'll bring in some other people. Maybe Nerd Eye stop in, or maybe if we can find our friend Abu. He keeps bouncing around. Maybe we'll get him in here. So I'm just rambling, as you can see. It's a different kind of show. I had a crazy morning. When you're getting old, you're getting older when every little freaking part of your body starts hurting when you freaking wake up. And it's been that way for a few weeks now. I'm going to have to actually get in to try to figure out what some of these things are, because I'm having some issues. You hear cracks and you hurt, and you're like, oh man, why does it hurt there? Like what like right here in my throat here. Last night, it's even today, it's a little tender. I have a sore throat. I think I got a cold coming or something. But in my tip of my nose has a pain, like right there. Like my throat, my tip of my nose, I got like Achilles heel pain. I feel like I have some kind of like weird space disease or something that's just causing little pains all over the frickin' body. As long as my schmeckle don't hurt, I guess I can deal with the rest, because the schmeckle pain is about as bad as it gets. You ladies probably don't know that, but I would imagine that you have a similar place on your body that if the pain hurts, it's like the worst ever, and we'll just leave it at that. What else have been going on this week? As you can see, I don't have much. I looked at the news, and it's all just, maybe we'll get to it as we go on. But I don't even want to. The news is just more election stuff. Like, what? Can we stop? Can we stop with the election? I don't even want to hear Donald Trump's name or Hillary Clinton's name again for like 3 months. Please wait till the inauguration. Can we not hear about these people anymore? But no, we got to hear about them. That's all we hear about. Then we hear about challenges and this and that and the other thing. I'm like, oh God, isn't there something we could talk about besides that? Then you see there's all kinds of other crappy stuff. We've got some weather news that I'm going to talk about in the next segment. I think you guys will enjoy some of this weather news coming up. It's a little forecast for the next few months in the United States, and we'll get to that at, probably in the next segment. You hear that? That's my computer. My computer just randomly makes noises. It's the weirdest thing ever. I believe it's Windows 10. And in fact, there's a lot of crazy stuff that go, with this Windows 10. It just randomly does things on you. Like, it'll start making noises like, I'm like, my computer is possessed by Microsoft. I didn't know, but there is a Microsoft ghost out there. There is. That's what I'm saying. Fidel Castro died, if anybody really cares. Big deal, right? So we have one less communist in the world, one less piece of crap for the world to deal with. Isn't that great? I bet you there's a bunch of people crying over it. All those, hardcore communists. Yep, they just love it. I'm going to try to hang in with you, folks. My throat is, like I said earlier, is a little on the rough side. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the wintertime. We had like record heat one day last week, or like a week ago anyways, and then all of a sudden now we're seeing like 30-degree nights and stuff, and we're freezing to death. So, some people get sick when that stuff happens. Some people get sick when that stuff happens. And so that happens. Then we had the mall rats there, the morons there, beating each other up over towels and fighting in the stores because it's Black Friday. Black Friday matters, folks. Black Friday matters. I'm sorry. I don't get the fad. I don't get what it's all about everybody building up. It's like a giant herd of sheep, and cattle running down. It's like, it reminds me of the scene in The Lion King, where the little cub and the king's there, and then all these animals are heading towards them, and they're trying to fight to get out of their way. And then people, I mean, it's so packed. Because it's going to save you a few bucks, a big deal, a couple $100 maybe you're going to save at Christmas. Why even go to the point of spending the kind of money anyways? All you're doing is helping out retailers that sell you crappy stuff that's broken a few years, or towels that, fray it because you wash them too much. But people like doing it. People like going out to this Black Friday thing and doing their madness, and then beating the hell out of each other and running people over, watching people just lose their minds over stuff. I mean, come on, people. What's wrong with you? It's stuff. Oh my God. We're sick. We're a sick country, and it's no wonder why we had the Hillary Clinton and the Donald Trumps running for president, and actually one of them winning. Because we're a sick country. We're messed up in the head. I think we're doing too many prescription drugs, and we're watching too much television, and we're probably, just getting involved in too much social media. And we want to be, we want to be crazy. People just lose their minds, and the whole thing with the corporations, they feed the madness, and the government feeds the madness, and the people feed the madness themselves. So everybody is just losing their minds over what? I mean, Black Friday is a microcosm of the entire country, the entire year. Everybody's a weirdo anymore. There are no normal people. Nobody wants to be nice to each other. We want to fight over everything. We want to trample over you. We want to knock you down. Who cares if you're in the way? We're just going to push you out of the way. Get out of the way, Grandma. Get out of the way, because I got to get that stuff. We're crazy. That we've lost our minds, and the entire world follows us. Can you imagine that? We're supposed to be the leaders of the world. The whole world's watching us, and they're either joining in because they're stupid, or they're like, what the hell, man? How are these guys running the world? How is it that the Americans are running the world? I asked that. I'm like, I don't get it. I have no idea how this country actually is running the world. Why countries follow us? Because we want to beat them up. That's the only thing I can think of. We're just a bully. Because the insanity that goes on here, I mean, if I'm watching in some foreign I'm watching here in Michigan. And if I'm in some foreign country, I'm watching the madness on Black Friday, I'm like,
what is wrong with these Americans? They be crazy.
But they're crazy in every country. I shouldn't just blame the Americans. They're like the mob mentality. You can see it on TV from India, or Pakistani TV, or Middle Eastern TV. Now in Europe too. Yeah, we brought the madness all over the world. Why not? That's good stuff. We didn't want to keep the crazy to ourselves. We wanted to share it with the whole world. Why not? It's a good thing. Crazy for everybody. It's cheap and free. Oh boy. And we run the planet too. No wonder everything's screwed up, folks. No wonder. All right, break time, folks. I'm here rambling on, and it just showed up. So more on the flip side. We're going to talk about the weather.
Don't touch that dial. The John Lebang Show will be right back.
You can bet on it, man.
Sometimes you don't know your destiny until it smacks you right in the face.
We'll try to save as many as we can, but it likely won't be everyone.
We've got only one shot at this. Then we better make it a good one.
Oh, I told you not to pull the lever so hard.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Leroy, get back.
Now everybody get out of here.
Where the hell am I? Damn. Not you again. Mr. Dwarf, fire.
Come to the dark side. You are.
Save me! Abu! Scatty. Better buckle up.
It's working.
Hit it. Damn it, Jim. I told you not to mess with the space-time continuum.
Destiny Wars. your destiny on New Year's Eve. Jailbag.com.
You're listening to the John Lebang Show.
Join the radio revolution right here.
It's better than some good Thai stick, man.
Yes, I would like some too. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the early winter and spring reports are coming in, and it looks like warmer temperatures will remain the trend. So we're headed for a little warm spell here in winter, it looks like. According to weather.com, temperatures are expected to be near average or warmer than average across the lower 48 states. I like it, folks, for the remainder of 2016. So, hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's going to be a decent little Christmas without too much cold, and I'm all good with that. La Nina will likely be an important factor in the temperatures and precipitation forecast into early 2017, but there are other elements to consider as well. And it's not global warming, folks. They're not saying it's global warming at all. The sun might have a little bit. We'll talk about that in a future show. Near average temperatures are anticipated during the December through February period in much of the West, as well as along the East Coast. Meanwhile, warmer than average conditions will stretch through the plains into the Midwest, with temperatures the highest above average in parts of the upper Midwest. Yes. Man, I hope we have a warm winter. I'm all good with that. You know, that's a way to save money too. You know, that these people who are all worried about global warming, let me clue you in on something that you may not be, aware of. More global warming means we'll have to use less natural gas to heat our homes here in the cold states, which means we'll be able to conserve the fuel. Conservation, right? That's what you liberals are about, you people about, we'll be able to save the environment by not using as much of that stuff into, I know it's clean burning, but still we're not using up our resources, right? I think that's a good thing. And we'll have longer growing seasons, which means we can feed more people. Now, how can you be against that? I'm just saying. So, and you know what? And the ice caps will melt a little bit, which will create more water. So we can drink more water. Hey, that'll bring the water prices down. You won't have to pay so much for your absolute pure water. See what I mean? Hey, more animals will thrive then. Less animals will become extinct, because what makes things extinct? Less food and cold. That's what does it. Really hot temperatures, but nobody's prediction really hot. The Earth, there's no predicted plan that I have ever seen that has seen the Earth go up 100 degrees or anything like that. It's a few degrees here and there. Few degrees. We can handle it. And if you live in Michigan, you deal with climate change on a daily basis. Just a week and a half ago, less than a week ago, I don't know what it was, 72 degrees. Record high, right? 3 days later, 2 days later, what it was, we had like 31 degree weather. I mean, that's a lot bigger variance than is expected in any climate change report, charts, anything. Let's continue with the weather forecast. I'm excited. Changes are likely later in December, which may lead to cooler temperatures, especially in northern regions of the United States. So you're going to be a little colder than you are right now. That's typical for winter. That's typical. We're going to be colder in the winter. No problem. As long as we don't have those minus 40 degrees we had a couple of years ago, I'm good with that. This El Nino pattern should drive plenty of Arctic air into western Canada, but the eastern U.S. may be rather warm during late winter without significant blocking or retaliation of the usual strong northern Pacific jet stream. So in other words, the what they call it, the polar vortex ain't gonna come get us this year. Down here in in Michigan and in Ohio and stuff, the polar vortex is gone this year, or won't be as strong as it was a few years ago. And again, we're all good with that here in Michigan. Or at least I am. I'm all for a little bit of warming. That's just what I'm saying. Who wouldn't want pretty flowers in the middle of winter? That's what I'm saying. So if you have a little warming, you get some pretty flowers. Let's think of how much plant life would exist then, and that would battle the carbon. Think of how much more life would exist, and it would battle the bad carbon out there. See, there's a lot of good reasons to warm the planet up. I'm just saying. We're going to continue. Other important factors to keep in mind is the El Nino hangover that has influenced temperatures this year and will likely continue to skew temperatures toward the warmer side for the next several months. Yeah. However, there are some indications, including the above average high pressure in Siberia. Here's the bad news, folks. That there may be an increase in blocking in the second half of winter, which could lead to colder conditions than normal across the eastern side of the United States. So you people in Maine, Delaware, Massachusetts, and might get hit a little hard. New York might get hit a little hard. That's going to probably come through Canada and push you right above Michigan and stuff, and push you right, well, for you guys it would be this way, push you right down into New York and those eastern states. So sorry to hear that for you. I don't live there, so I don't really give a crap. As long as we're not going to be hit with super polar vortexy weather, I'm all good with it. That's what I'm saying. What are you saying out there? Are you guys good with the winter? Do you guys like to go skiing in the winter? The people who like winter sports like skiing and ice skating and those type of things, they want the colder temperatures. I have weak ankles, and with the pains I'm getting now in my ankles, there is no way I'm going skating. The hell with that. Walking's hard enough at this point. I'm not like some big bloated fat guy either. Just like I said, the pains are coming all over now. It's like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna sit here and be like, I'm gonna be creaking at 70 years old and be like, yeah. And that was just me waking up in the morning, so. But it sounds like we're gonna have a decent little summer here, or a decent little winter here in the United States. February through April, which are, the late end of winter there, we're in beginning of spring, we're going to have near average temperatures, which is pretty good. Now in the south, you're going to actually have probably slightly above temperatures, which probably means you guys are going to have some more drought problems, because I know you guys have been having some drought problems out there in the southwest and stuff. I'm not a big fan of winter, and I'm not one of those people who want the white Christmases. I could give a crap. I really don't. I don't care if there's snow at all. You know what snow does? It makes me have to shovel, and I don't like shoveling. I break out the snowblower. I got to use gas. So that if I don't have to use that, that's, I'm just trying to save the environment, folks. Snow's bad for the environment. Snow means we got to put out salt. We got to use more salt. I'm just saying. At least that's what we use here in the state of Michigan. I don't know what they use in other states for their snow problems for the roads. I know we use lots and lots of salt because we have salt mines right below us, so it was an eeasy thing. Oh, throw some salt down. That's okay. Screw the roads. Screw all the cars that are going to get the rust, Why didn't they, we're modern now. Why don't they find a way to have solar panels that can send electrical currents through the asphalt and through the concrete to heat the concrete, and it doesn't cost it? Why can't they do that? How hard would that be? And then we wouldn't have to put salt down. We'd save budgets in the community. We'd save salt, which would save our, less cars would rust. The roads wouldn't be damaged as much. I think that's a great idea. Why hasn't someone come up with this? Where are the engineers coming up with these futuristic roads? Let's get going, guys. I'm tired of driving on these roads and have these roads being repaired all the time, because some of the elements that they have to deal with, being heavy trucks and salt, all that stuff corrodes those things, man. Find a way. And then them having to plow the road. I mean, that scrapes up and ruins. I mean, how many potholes are created just by plowing the road? So can we find a way to put like heaters in the road, something to heat the road, and use solar panels or something there to heat them somehow? Can't the road itself being a asphalt, at least asphalt, and concrete also gets very hot? Why the heck can't we use solar energy and somehow collect it on the road itself? They've got Elon Musk has got those solar panels that they put on the top of the house, and they're shingles, and they're freaking shingles. Why can't we do that for the road? They put all this money into crap, all this money into things that mean nothing, that really in the end just cost money. It doesn't return anything. They put all this money into this stuff when we could have roads that are just like the shingles Elon Musk just came out with. I mean, what a great idea. Every house in the future should have these freaking shingles or something like it, so we don't have to pay DTE and all that anymore. Why doesn't every house come with a generator already attached to it? Every built house from now on, just put a generator, builders. What's your problem? The little cost it has there. You know what kind of selling point that is? That's me ranting today. Anyways, we're up against the break, folks. Time's flying by here. Be right back.
Don't go anywhere. The John Lebang Show will be right back. Don't be a fool. Sometimes you don't know your destiny until it smacks you right in the face.
We'll try to save as many as we can, but it likely won't be everyone.
We've got only one shot at this. Then we better make it a good one.
Oh, I told you not to pull the lever so hard.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Leroy, get back.
Now everybody get out of here.
Where the hell am I? Damn. Not you again.
Mr. Dwarf, fire.
From the dark side, you are.
Save me, Abu!
I work again.
Scabby, better buckle up.
It's working.
Hit it. Damn it, Jim. I told you not to mess with the space-time continuum.
Destiny Wars. Meet your destiny on New Year's Eve. Jailbag.com.
And allow me to do a little bit of self-promotion. If you like what's going on here on the John Lebang Show and you want to know more about all the exciting things that we do, then go right to our website. That's www.jlebang.com. Man, the thing's so updated and it's flying along, and by the new year there's going to be a lot more cool little things to get to, and you might be able to win a prize almost each and every day if you go to the website. So you can check out like our videos there, and you can check out archives of the show, music, all kinds of cool things going on right there at the website. Now, if you want to contact us, there's one quick and easy way, and that's by email. Just send us an email at jlebang@live.com. Send us your pictures of your girlfriend. Maybe you got news stories you heard something crazy went on in some other country and you think we need to know about that. Send it along to us. Maybe even you have some hate mail. You've seen a video on YouTube or something and you hate what I said and you want to kill me for it, or you want to at least threaten me over it. Then go ahead and do it, man. Just send it to my email. It's cool. We have a special place for you real big haters. Hey, and if it's a really good one, we'll talk about it here on the radio show. So you'll become famous just like that. Now, If you like our videos, why don't you go to our YouTube channel and check out the whole catalog of videos that we have there. Hundreds and hundreds of videos. I think it's over 700 by now. All kinds of crazy things, news stories, fun events, little series, little comedy bits. Hey, we do everything here at the John Lebang Show and all the affiliate networks of the Banger Network here. We do everything. Now, if you're doing the Twitter thing, then look us up on Twitter and then follow us at John Lebang. And when you're talking about us, remember to use the hashtag Banger. And finally, if you're hanging around on Facebook, that Mark Zuckerberg cash cow that he's got going on over there, well, if you're hanging out there, then look us up on Facebook at The John Lebang Show. That's where we're at. You can go there and you get all the cool updates. Everything's kind of going on right there. That's kind of like the central hub point. I mean, that's what Facebook is. It's the central hub for all the other social networks, right? Go there and you can get some updates on what's going on and whatever. Maybe you take it to the website, all kinds of different things. This half hour is brought to you by BJ Beer. Ladies, doesn't matter if it's morning, noon, or night. If you got that thirst, then wet your lips on a BJ. BJ Beer. Who wants a BJ?
Ladies, it doesn't matter if it's morning, noon, or night. Whether you've worked all day or you just woke up. If you got the thirst, just wet your lips on a BJ. BJ Beer, brewed right here in the great state of Michigan. Who wants a BJ?
Well, winter's coming, and that means snow. And you sure as hell don't want to be shoveling it yourself, so contact John. He'll come and do it. Let him freeze his butt off. Why do you want to do it? And he's cheap. Just look him up on Facebook, John Snow Removal, because you know you really don't want to do it.
Hey, man, it's at the bottom of the hour, man. Do you know where your kids are, man?
Forces of darkness, the treasonable minds who collaborate must, can, and will be wiped from the face of the earth.
Well, I've come to the conclusion that the entire election was orchestrated in such a way as to put the final death blow in dividing this country, separating person from person, people from people. I mean, when you look at the way things ran through the election, the complete divisiveness that had happened straight through there, then the turnout of the election, the aftermath where it looks like Mr. Trump is being friendly with the establishment. And now, even though I bet you there was a deal where Hillary Clinton was to concede, now they've got Jill Stein, and I want to take back all the nice things I said about her. Jill Stein is challenging. She's got like $3 or $4 million, and she's challenging the results in 3 states. The woman who had, 1% of the vote, less than 1% of the vote, she's challenging. There's no way she can win, but she's challenging. So it's making me question what's going on. Again, was this whole election orchestrated to divide the country? And then let's pretend that Jill Stein's challenges on the election results in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, her challenge shows that Hillary Clinton wins those 3 states. Do you remember when Jill Stein said it was the worst thing that could happen would be to have Hillary Clinton as the president? And now she's challenging 3 states that normally go Democrat, for that matter. They're claiming, hacking. Of course there's hacking. Remember when the left, and I hate to bring this up again. Boy, do I just hate talking about this stupid election. But here we have people pushing again. to change the election results. And what happens? Let's assume let's pretend we're writing a book or writing a story, because we write stories here. And let's get our writer's mind together and let's think about this and let's go, okay, what happens to the country if for some reason a challenge by Jill Stein, a Green Party presidential candidate who had no chance of winning, is challenging these 3 states? Those 3 states then turn out in Hillary's favor for some strange reason. What would happen then? Well, you would have an entire group of people who thought they won now being told, no, after the fact, you lost. You lost, buddy. We found a way to rip you off. Hey, what would that do to the country, I'm wondering? What kind of after effects would happen because of that? And then all of a sudden the criminal is allowed to be the president? And why the heck is Jill Stein, a lady who, from all accounts, opposed Hillary Clinton more than she opposed Donald Trump, now going into states that Hillary needs to challenge? But she can't challenge, but Jill Stein can. And Jill Stein, who's getting tons of money for this review, recount, reshuffling, probably more like it, of the votes. Michigan, I mean, I don't know every county, but I know in my town, it's just a little piece of paper. You draw your little circle in, and you put all your guys, and you put it in a thing that looks like a copy machine, and you shove it in there, and you get your little card, and you give it to the dude, and boom, you're done. Now you count that as electronic voting? Okay, maybe it is. But how can that system be hacked, I'm wondering? The machine's counted there. From what I can tell, it wasn't hooked into anything but a plug in the wall. And it was just counting votes. And it probably just produces a total. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody wants to check out my district here and find out how that works out. I'm going to do it now. And I'm going to go check my vote to make sure it went the way I said it went. Like I think everybody should. Yep. Because we don't want hacking. They're claiming there was hacking. We don't want that. But again, it's the left who's doing the complaining. They're never happy if they don't win. Never happy if they don't win. They're the poorest sports of them all. And if they can find a way to cheat you out of a win, they're going to find a way to cheat you out of a win. And the best thing you can do about it is sit there and take it, I guess. And you're going to have to take it if they steal the election from you somehow. I mean, after the fact, now they're going to. They couldn't. The protest, the actual election, and the ripping the country apart didn't get them elected. Didn't get Hillary elected. The protests and the burning down of cities didn't get them elected. Nah, that didn't matter. We didn't care. We said, screw you guys. The heck with you. You lost. The trying to manipulate the Electoral College, trying to get people to change their votes in the Electoral College to make them vote against the popular vote of the state. They couldn't get that to work, or it doesn't look like it's going to work. So what are they going to do now? They're going to challenge, and they're not going to directly challenge. They're going to send Jill Stein. Boy, I take back every nice thing I said about her. I actually thought out of the 4 major candidates, she was the one that was the most decent. Pfft, she ain't decent. She's another scumbag like the rest of them. I should have known she's a lefty. I should have known. Lefty politicians. See, I get people who get mad at me for saying lefty. I'm talking about politicians. If you follow along with them, that's your problem, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm speaking of lefty politicians. These people are all the same. It doesn't matter. And when it comes down to it, they're all going to side on the same side. And here we are. honestly, from what I've seen from Donald Trump, I don't think he's a righty like everybody's talking about. No, he's definitely a social liberal. We'll see how his conservative policies work out there in the fiscal side of things. I don't know. You know, we have all these protests about Donald Trump and everything, blah, 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 how bad he's going to be. We don't even know how the dude's going to act in office. We have no clue. He hasn't spent 5 seconds doing anything yet towards anything because he's not even been inaugurated yet. We're not even paying attention to Bozo Clown in the office right now. Dumbo ears. We're not paying attention to anything he's doing. All the scumbaggery stuff that he might be doing. Oh, no, we're not. Nah, we're going to focus all on Donald Trump. All he's doing is putting together a cabinet that's a piece of shit, from what I can tell. I swore again on the radio. But we have ways of beeping that out now. Isn't that great, folks? So when I swear, it just beeps out. Of course, because we don't want to get thrown off any radio stations because of our, our vulgar language. It's just terrible. So nobody's paying attention to BO. They're paying attention to Trump. All the while, we have this little sneaky group trying to undermine the entire election now, finding any possible way to take away votes. Oh, this one don't count, and this one don't count. Oh, this one's this way, and this one. I'm telling you, folks, if you voted for Trump especially, you better be going to check your vote. Make sure it went the way it went, because they're going to find a way to either discount it, and if they're that you want to find that too. If you want to find out if your vote somehow was deemed unusable, uncountable, whatever term they give it, to where they don't count your vote for some reason, you may want to check that out. I'm just saying. Because they're going to find any way they can. We should be long gone this election right now. Long gone. We should be worried about, what Obama's doing here in the last little bit, and barely getting any news about the incoming president. We get some news because it's the incoming president. This all goes back. I mean, none of this would have happened if we would have put decent people up there. Then none of us would be worried about anybody. But we in the end, who didn't go out to the primaries to vote for decent people, we didn't pick the decent people in the primaries, so they had no chance to make it to the big show. By the time it got to the stupid bowl, it was Hillary and Trump. That's what we got. And Stein and the other schmeckle there. Johnson. Schmeckle, Johnson, if you didn't get that one. So what happens if they steal the election somehow? What happens if they somehow get 3 states to turn from one color to the other? You see, this is the thing. Donald Trump supposedly won by 11,000 votes here in Michigan. So you have to get 11,001 votes eliminated off of Donald Trump's side or added to Hillary Clinton's side. One way or the other, there has to be 11,001 to go that way. Because if it breaks even, how do you take that away from Trump now? How do you split that? Has there ever been a split? In the other states, the margin is larger than here. So you're talking, you have to get that many votes plus 1 to switch, be eliminated. I mean, that's a lot of people. Check your vote, people. That's all I'm saying. Don't put anything past these schmeckles up there, these schmendricks, these people that'll just do whatever they can to stay in power. Especially if you voted for Trump. But if you voted, I don't care who you voted for. Go check what your vote, because if there was tampering, you want to make sure your vote wasn't tampered with. I'm telling you, you can find out what your vote was, how it was recorded in the official, the statement there, in the official documents. You can find out. Don't let them tell you they can't. That's bogus. If they can't, there's a problem right there, and we know then it's already rigged. They're going to rip the country apart. Can you imagine the Donald Trump supporters, what they will do? every freaking state was red. You're going to tell me you're going to force feed us Hillary Clinton? You're going to force us down a throat. You're going to cheat it. You're going to rip it off somehow. You're going to find every possible way to shift the election. Because your lady being in power is more important than the country not being ripped apart. And that's what they're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter if you voted Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Stein, the Schmeckel, or what. It doesn't matter. Because now we have, for 3 weeks now, we've been expecting a Donald Trump presidency. We have relaxed from the whole thing, and now they're going to attempt to shake it up one more time. That's what criminals do. The elite does not want to give up its power. And I'm not saying Donald Trump's not part of the elite. But there is some kind of movement here going on to just rip the country into shreds. And if these efforts by Jill Stein and the people financing her are successful, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Don't touch that dial. The John Lebang Show will be right back.
You can bet on it, man.
Fans, do you need a video for your brand new song but don't have a lot of money? Then contact John Lebang. His reasonable rates, professional look, and fast turnarounds will help get that song off the ground. Contact him at jlebang.com.
You know, if you're getting married soon and you need good entertainment, you need to contact John Lebang. He's got 30 years of experience of wedding entertainment under his belt, and there is no one better and no one cheaper. He's running a special to the end of the year, $500 for your wedding if you book now. Contact John Lebang by email at jlebang@live.com or go to his website. That's www.jlebang.com.
Well, it's that time of year again. The temperatures are dropping, and so are the leaves, and they're clogging up your gutters. Now, I know you don't want to go up there and do that yourself, so why don't you call John? He's running a fall special right now, $95 to clean out your gutters on a one-story house. So get those gutters cleaned before winter comes, and then some real damage happens. Look him up on Facebook, John's Gutter Cleaning. Leave it up to him. If you want to call into the John Lebang Show, just dial 313-444-8919 or send us an email at jlebang@live.com, or you can just join the chat room at the station you're listening to. Banger.
Are you ready for me yet, John? Yeah, come on in, Shady. All right, let's get going now. Did you enjoy Thanksgiving? Yeah, your mom made so much damn food. I was sick. I passed out for like 2 hours. I know, me too. I was like falling asleep like 30 minutes after eating. Well, you were drinking a little bit of that wine there. Well, I only had a couple sips. Yeah, but you know you're a lightweight and you can't handle that stuff. Did you come up with a cool or uncool for tonight? Yeah, I've got a really good one, so give me the big introduction and we'll get going here. This hour's cool or uncool is winter is around the corner. Ah, you were listening earlier, weren't you? Yeah, and I hope the predictions are right because I really don't want another cold winter. I'm sick and tired of those damn things. We had 2 really bad ones a few years ago. I almost froze my nads off. I know, I think one year I almost died myself out there. I was in the middle of a divorce, having to go down to court. Having to go down to court in the middle of a snowstorm. Yeah, well, at least you're free of it now. All right, if you want to join in, then you can go to the chat room at the station you're listening to us at, or you can just send us an email at jlebang@live.com. Or you can call us here at 313-444-8919. And our first call comes from Peppa in the Windy City, listening to us on 24.7 The Stream. What say you?
I got myself a new baby daddies, so it's gonna be warm this winters.
Okay, thanks for your call. Does she ever know what you're talking about? I don't know. Do you ever know what I'm talking about? Well, that's true. You're pretty random. Speaking of random, out to the phones. Boston, Massachusetts. Carrie, what say you? Thanks for your call. What's with that guy, that voice and all? That's all he ever does.
Why do you ever take his call if that's all he ever does?
Well, it wastes, like 2 seconds, Shady.
Well, people don't want you wasting their time on the radio.
Well, I'm not wasting their time. I'm wasting my time.
But they're listening. They don't want that crap. Don't you understand?
How many people call the show? We only have a handful of people who call the show. It's always the same people.
Well, maybe you need to expand your phone calls somehow.
Well, you used to call the show, but now you're here all the time.
Yeah, and it's been a lot better since I've been on. I'm telling you that. You really sucked before I came on here.
Well, you going to make your own show now? You're going to take credit for everything?
You know, I might go solo on you. You better watch out. This is becoming pretty easy. I think I could do 20 hours a week.
You're not as original as me, and drinking beer on the radio just doesn't count, Shady.
Listen, if I drink enough beer, it'll be funny.
Can I get back to the phones now?
Yeah, I'm waiting on you.
Over to Georgia, Ditzy. You're up next.
Hi, John. Have you heard from Abu lately?
Yeah, he called last week.
Oh, I must have missed it. Listen, Abu, call me, please.
Listen, this is not some kind of dating service.
Oh, you shut up. I'm sick of you, too.
What'd I do to you?
Those rude comments you make.
What, about your monoboob?
John, I'm sick of your show. Bye.
Thanks for your call. Shady, you really shouldn't do that to my listeners.
I thought you liked the truth on this show.
Well, I do like the truth on the show, but do you have to insult everybody?
Why don't you shut up and get to the next phone call?
Over to Detroit, Michigan, where he's listening in on Alien X Radio. Captain, what say you?
Oh, I hate the winter. Gotta run. Bye.
Okay, thanks for your call.
I'm really sick of that guy. I can't even show my face around my own neighborhood anymore because of him.
Well, we're working on that, Shady.
Yeah, I know.
All right, back over to the phones where he's in Las Vegas. Abu, what say you?
Oh, hi, John. How are you?
Now you're in Vegas?
Yes, John. I came out here because it reminds me of my home.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a desert. And where I come from is a desert too. So I am reminded of my home.
Thanks for your call.
What's your rush, Shady?
I just want to get him off before he starts singing again.
Well, he didn't say he was going to sing.
Would you like me to sing, John?
Well, do you have a song for us today?
Yes, John. I could sing you a very, very nice song today.
Well, all right, go ahead, Abu.
Okay, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, boy.
I don't know why there's no sun up in the sky.
Oh, my
Stormy
God.
weather.
I've heard the song before.
I'm getting a headache.
Since my camel and I are together.
Seeing Etta James now.
You know, I used to
It's
like this song.
raining all the time.
All right, I've heard enough. Hang up on him, John.
Okay, Abu, thanks for your call.
I always have the queasies after he comes on.
I'm sorry to hear that, Shady. Maybe you want some Pepto-Bismol?
Yeah, well, we're kind of out of everything, John. We've been stuck up here. We're poor now, remember? We're living on nothing, barely making it by. You can't even call us prepped up anymore because we got nothing.
Yeah, I know. We got to find some way to get some action going here pretty soon, or we're going to be all starving to death.
And that's a lot of us. We better do something soon.
Well, the sponsors are picking up.
You know, that beer sponsor is pretty good. Can you see if you can get them to bring us some more beer?
Well, what about the beer machine? That's not making beer?
I have to tell you, John, that weed beer he made, whoa, I can't drink it all the time. I get drunk and I get hungry at the same time, and then I'm always eating. I gain 15 pounds.
Well, I heard you gain weight drinking beer anyways.
Yeah, but now I got the munchies. See, beer, you would just fill your belly with the beer, and that would put on the weight. With the weed beer he's making, I'm filling my belly with the beer, and then I'm piling on some food on top of it. And normally it's like chocolate and chips. I mean, what good is that? I'm putting on weight like crazy.
Well, maybe that's why we're almost out of food.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, we're working on some things, Shady, so hopefully we'll get some cash in here soon.
People buy something from the John Lebang store so we can eat, damn it. I'm out of here. Bye.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the first 60 minutes of this week's Broadcasting Excellence in the Can. Stay tuned for the second hour if your station carries the second hour. If not, please tell them to carry the second hour because you are missing out on a great deal of fun. Don't forget to go to my website. That's www.jlebang.com. Thank you all for listening. And until the vibrations of my vocal cords reach your ears again, I'm John Lebang. See you next hour.
1. We have liftoff.
wire here. Okay, good. Now let's turn her on.
I'm dork initiated.
Oh no! That emotion chip is malfunctioning again. I better turn it on. Back to the drawing board.